Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time of day it is, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Opposition Recon on Falls from Iron. I am Gatesy, your host. Please don't forget, as usual, to drop a like on the stream, subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that bell icon to be notified of any new content as and when we upload it to the channel. And you're probably all sitting there thinking, as usual, who is that chap there sitting looking rather conspicuous? So, Nathan, please introduce yourself to the millions watching around the world.
Hi, I'm Nathan. I'm from the Pride of Villa, basically a channel on YouTube. We just go over everything Villa related. And obviously right now it's not like all positive, but we're still going to put the content out there. And yeah, I'm really happy to be here.
Cool. Well, we're happy that you've agreed to come on our channel. And for those of you watching, that there is where you need to go on YouTube. This will be in the description below YouTube and Facebook. Please pop along, spread the love. As I say, you guys that know me well on this channel know that yes, I love West Ham. That is my team. But more broadly speaking, I'm a football fan, and I like getting other people's point of view on the way that the football world operates. So please give them your support. Go to their YouTube channel, give them a subscribe. Please, you can also follow them on Twitter and Instagram as well. So if that is of any interest to you, please help yourself. Nathan, so small matter of a match that's taking place tomorrow afternoon in your fair city of Birmingham at Villa Park, where we obviously rock up. Two hordes of claret and blue armies locking horns, and may the best team win. 4 questions that I want to ask you that I always try to ask my guests on this particular format. The first one being your thoughts on the summer ins and outs at Villa Park, and your thoughts on the opening 8-9 games of the Premier League and obviously the League Cup as well.
So obviously it's fair to say we didn't have a quiet summer transfer window. Obviously because obviously the Euros were going on as well, and when that sort of ended, the Grealish rumours started coming out too much. As a Villa fan, it wasn't a nice time to be in, but I think it's fair to say every Villa fan's okay with it now. We've got the 100 million, and we basically just used that to get the three or four signings in. Danny Ings, Leon Bailey, who else? Axel Tuanzebe and Emi Buendia. But I think, obviously we had a few other outgoings, but Grealish was the most, vital one going to Man City. He's not having, I don't think he's having the best time there, in my opinion. I think we were lucky to get 100 million right now. But I'm glad that we reinvested it in the players we've got, because obviously we got the likes of Danny Ings. Never thought we'd get him in. I remember when the news came out, all that work, I was like, what is going on? We just paid 30 mil for him. And obviously Leon Bailey. We get to see him fully, because obviously he played 45 minutes against Arsenal. Looks like a really decent player. And hopefully he will be signed against West Ham, fingers crossed. But then again, it's the injury with him. And then obviously Buendia. I don't really know what to make of him, because he looked decent against Wolves. He looked decent against Brentford. But then again, I wouldn't say it was worth the money we paid for him. Honestly, I know it sounds a bit bad, but then again, we're not really seeing much from him. But then again, I do believe he will gel in eventually, but it's going to take time with him. And obviously Danny Ings, I think he's been pretty decent. He's scored around 3 goals already, a few assists, and I'm really glad to have him as well. And obviously Axel Tuanzebe, he's came in because obviously we're going 5 at the back. Our normal formation would be 4 at the back, which I thought is better, but with Axel Tuanzebe it's better, but obviously he hasn't really been too good in recent games. But I think we had a pretty decent transfer window, but I think the 9 games we've had, it could have been better. I've obviously only got 10 points. It's a bit deflating in a way, because obviously there's been some games where we should have won. Wolves, I don't know what happened there. Last 10 minutes, really. Yeah. It's horrible. But I think coming into the season, I think we will start to play a bit better. I think it all just depends on Leon Bailey, if he's fit, if he's going to be able to start. And yeah, it's just but I'll just say right now, I think West Ham's having an amazing season.
I'm enjoying it. I've got to say.
Yeah, so I'm happy for you because obviously there's 2 seasons prior. You stayed up 5 points, I believe, and then obviously we stayed up on the last day.
We played each other, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and that last goal really, I was so nervous from there because we could have gone down just all that. But it's really nice to see both teams have gone from that position straight up, and I'm just happy for West Ham where they are now. The fans seem really positive. The other night
makes a change.
Yeah, it's definitely a change. It's really nice to see. I'm really glad you knocked Man City out of the Carabao Cup as well, because obviously they're the main contenders for it. Really nice to see. And you got a lot of decent players, lots of Ben Rama, Antonio, Declan Rice, Fabianski, and obviously Areola, who I think you should probably buy. I think he's on loan. Am I right?
He is. Yeah. I'm not 100% certain whether it's a loan with an option to buy or a loan with an obligation to buy. And if it is an obligation, what is the trigger point? I'm not entirely sure. It's all a little bit. There's conflicting stories I've heard, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, I mean, he's obviously come in, and when he's been called upon, I mean, he's still yet to concede a goal. So, as a goalkeeper, that's your job. Keep the ball out the back of your net. So he's done it. And they had a fantastic game against Manchester City in the cup. Just going back a couple of steps, as a West Ham fan, I find it quite interesting. Obviously, you're okay with the sale of Jack Grealish for the 100 million, and obviously we've got a star player in our own of Declan Rice that a lot of noises are being made about. He's going to move on, and obviously yourself, you had a good couple of seasons where there were certain noises being made in the same way of Jack Grealish, and obviously it's come to pass that he has moved on for the sum of money that you said, the 100 million. On balance, and I appreciate that we can only speak as of right here, right now, and it may well be that in the fullness of time you may change your opinion on this particular question. But right here, right now, Jack Grealish out for 100 million and Buendia, Ings and Bailey coming in are as essentially replacements for him. On balance, do you think that that's good business, or are you still not too sure about that?
I think it's good business, because obviously last season we were really known for a one-man team, and you can understand it. But I'm glad where we are right now. We've got individual players putting in a shift, and we're not known for that one player. But it was really good business from our owners. I'm really grateful for it. And as I say, I think we're yet to see the best from us. I mean, with Buendia, still got a gel in. Danny Ings, I think he's pretty much gelled in. I mean, obviously we're playing him and Ollie Watkins as the strikers, but then again, it doesn't really look like it's working. And obviously Leon Bailey yet to start. So as of right now, I think it was good business, and yeah, I'm happy right now. Obviously, when Grealish did leave, no Villa fan was happy. But in terms of Declan Rice leaving West Ham, I don't know what to say. Like, I think what's been linked? Like, who's he actually linked to? Because I don't know why you want to leave.
Well, yeah, I sort of look at it and go, unless some ridiculous bid came in, and unless they were a Champions League team, and I mean that was the thing I thought was quite clever about the contract that you guys got Grealish to sign after you stayed up the last day at the London Stadium season before last, where the contract was structured in a way that meant that if a Champions League team, and that was the key thing, if a Champions League team came in with 100 million quid, he had to be allowed to at least speak to that club. I wouldn't have a problem, and this is probably going to be quite unpopular. I wouldn't have a problem if we weren't a Champions League club at that point, and I still think fourth place is up for grabs, and we could also qualify through winning the Europa League, which is a possibility. But if we were not a Champions League club at the time when a team that was a Champions League club came in for Declan Rice and gave what at the time would be considered to be a fair price. Personally, I don't think that 100 million plus is unrealistic for him. I really don't. So let's say a club comes in, let's say 120 million, just pluck a figure out the air. A club comes in, a Real Madrid, a Barcelona, a Manchester City, a real heavy hitter in world football, came in with 120 million, bang, Declan Rice. I'd probably say, yeah, okay, I can understand it. And so long as those funds are utilised in a sensible fashion, everybody has their price. But having said that, I'm not seeing a guy that looks like he wants to go. But then again, I didn't look at Jack Grealish and see a player that looked like he wanted to go. But, he's given the opportunity to play for a team that's going to be challenging for the Premier League, challenging for Champions League and all the rest of it. And he's surrounded by stellar names. And, despite the fact that he's a Villa fan, I can imagine that he's looking at it and going, realistically, with the best will in the world, I can't get this where I am. So I can understand that must have been a real battle for him, because he's got, on the one hand, he's got his boyhood club, and on the other hand, he's got a club that can give him not just more in terms of his, money, in terms of the sort of like, the wage, but more in terms of, potential for him to be winning medals over the next 5 years plus.
Yeah, it's true. With you saying that, actually, it's like when they sorted that contract out, there was a lot of Villa fans questioning like his love for the club. And I thought that was quite bad. Obviously, he's a Villa fan and all that, but it does make you think. Like, was it the money with Man City? I think all in all, it was, because as a Villa fan, we know I'll probably say like 2-3 seasons off getting into European stages. But we were so close last season. I think if we actually did get into like Europa League, he will consider staying with us for another season. But for what he wanted, because obviously he wanted Champions League, you can understand it. But then, as a Villa fan, I'm going to be devastated. But then again, I think with the squad we've got now, we could go for 6th, 5th maybe. But then again, it's just the form's not there with us right now, and it's going to take us 2-3 seasons to get into the Europa League stages. Yeah, but it's a process with Villa, and I trust it.
Absolutely, in Dean Smith, you trust. So Nathan, moving on to the match that takes place tomorrow. Who are the players that we're going to be coming to Villa Park with, and that you feel you need to try and stop playing within fair means? Of course, I'm not talking about booting us up in the air, but you know what I mean? Who are the players that you look at from the opposition side and go, we're going to need to stop him from playing if we need to maximise our chances of getting a result here?
Oh, you've got too many players to look out for. It's going to be an absolute battle. I'm going to obviously start with Antonio. I mean, the guy's on. I'm not too sure how many goals is on this season. Is it 7?
If I remember correctly, he's got 6 goals, 3 assists.
So we've got to obviously look out for him. And then obviously Ben Rama, I think he's a really decent player. Sufal, I think his name is. I think you'll obviously have Fabianski in goal, because he's still a decent goalkeeper. I'm not too sure how long he's got left in his career, but then again, you've got problems all over the pitch, and with our form right now, it's going to be really difficult tomorrow. But hopefully, the fans can get behind the players, because that's what Villa Park is known for, the fans. But I'd be lying if I wasn't nervous for this game. And if we win that'll be the win of the season. Obviously, Man United was a really good win, but if we won this game, it would be the win of the season, because West Ham, they are different now. They are really different. And I think from what I've seen from him recent, the season before and obviously this season, I think a Champions League spot is definitely on the table for you. But with the players you've got now, I don't like saying Villa's going to lose tomorrow. Honestly, I've never liked saying our team's going to lose. But then again, we're going to go
Nobody
against
does,
West
mate.
Ham, and I think Antonio's like destined to score. Yeah, of course you'd say that.
No,
Yeah. I think Antonio's going to score. I can definitely see it happening.
Fair enough. And just flipping that question on its head, who are the players that, from a Villa perspective, you look at and think he needs to play well if we need to maximise our chances of getting a win here?
Obviously, we really love Martinez in goal. I mean, he's really good. He's the best goalkeeper we've had in a few years, definitely. But his game, it's diplomated a bit in recent games. But then again, I think he will turn up for this one and be a bit more sharper in goal. Our defence has been shambolic. I'd say in the last 3 games. Mings, our captain, he's just been non-existent. Our best defender right now has to be Konza, in my opinion. He's always sharp on point. And obviously our left back and right back, Matt Target and Matty Cash. I think Matty Cash has been really...
I was going to say,
obviously,
he's got a new name now, though, hasn't he?
England.
Matty Cash?
Poland.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's changed it all.
Matthias Gotowka, I believe, is his Polish name now.
Something like that. I can't even pronounce it myself, but good luck to him. I mean, as a right back, he's got a lot of competition, but with Poland, he should fit right in there.
Yeah.
But as I say about the defence, it's just, it's really poor at the moment. And I wouldn't be too surprised if we did go back to 4 at the back, because it does work a bit better. Then again, we will probably just go Twanzebe and then Konza. But in terms of players who I think should up their game for this game, I think Buendia, I think he will start. As much as I want him to be on the bench, I think he will start for this one. And I think he definitely plays better at home. I think when the fans are behind him, he'll play better. So I think he will have a better game against West Ham. And Watkins as well. He's just... Obviously, he has just become a dad. I know I keep saying this on the channel. I think he said...
Sleepless nights.
He's lost a bit of... You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just... It must be playing with him. But I think... I keep saying it, it's the formation we're playing right now. I don't think it works, alongside another striker. And if we go back to 4-3-3, he would be on the left wing. And obviously, Ings would be forward. But, yeah, I think Watkins will turn up to this one. And hopefully Dan Ings as well. But, in all fairness, you've got the more attacking threats. And I'm very nervous for this one, honestly.
How about young Jacob Ramsey? I mean, he's a player that obviously he scored the goal last week, didn't he, against Arsenal? And he's a player that I think I've heard a lot of good things about. Yeah.
To be fair to you, this season he's definitely upped his game completely. I mean, I saw it from the pre-season, and he's got a really good drive on him. He drives the ball forward, and then next thing you know, the ball's at the back of the net somehow. Not that he's getting any assists at the moment. Obviously, he's got that 1 goal, and I think from there he will start up in his game. The guy's around 20 years old as well, so he's got a lot of time to improve. Obviously, against Wolves, it was his challenge by the box that led to that last goal, and I think from that game he thought he had to impress for the players against Arsenal, and obviously that led to that goal. And I honestly really like him. He's a Villa fan as well, and he's actually been linked to Man City already, which is really bizarre. But You can see why. But I think he'll be with us for a long time, and I think I might be saying this a bit early, but he might be the new Jack Grealish if he keeps going down this road. But yeah, I see him getting a few more goals this season. Honestly, he didn't get any last season, but you could see where he was leading to. But I'm really happy for him, honestly.
That's fair enough, Nathan. Last question I want to wrap before we wrap this up. Beyond the match tomorrow, what are your reasonable expectations for Villa going forwards from here for the rest of the season?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but Dean Smith is under a lot of pressure, and it's obviously going to happen after 3 games, losing 3 in a row. My opinion is Dean Smith obviously in. I don't want the guy leaving at all. I think he's definitely the man for us. But we've got to pick up a win soon. We need to pick up the momentum again. If we do lose to West Ham, which is, in my opinion, likely, it leads to the Southampton game straight after, which is next Friday. And if you can't win against them, he will be under immense pressure. And I just don't want that to happen. But I see us starting to pick up the points. I mean, we're only on 10 now. We really need to start picking up. But then again, I don't know if we can really expect much from West Ham, like picking up anything. I'll be really pleased with a point. But then again, if we go on to the Southampton game, lose that, and then the Brighton one, lose that, we're going to be in a real bad problem and maybe even relegation, which I really hope doesn't happen. I mean, my opinion, we're going to end 7th if we have that form. But I don't know. Honestly, it's hard to know like what positives to talk about when you're in this position, because obviously last season we had way more points at this position than this season. So hopefully we can pick the points up and hopefully get a result tomorrow night.
Well, Nathan. No, that's fine. Nathan, I'd like to thank you very much indeed for your time. So, guys, don't forget, please subscribe to the Pride of Villa on YouTube. Please make sure you give them also a follow on Twitter and Instagram. Nathan, I'd like to thank you very much indeed for coming along and joining us on Opposition Recon, and I'd hope to be able to host yourself or your colleague Ben on the opposition outcome after the match.
No problem, mate. Thanks for having me on. And up to the Villa.
And I'm going to do my usual sign out, and I have to apologise for this, but it's the usual one. Come on, you Irons.